Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the fifth and final Roberta's Blood Trail OVA for Black Lagoon. And this is pretty much it for Black Lagoon in general, I think. I don't think there's any more episodes or OVAs or really anything left after this. This is it. So, yeah, I guess one way or the other, we'll find out how Roberta's Blood Trail ends, hopefully with not too much blood, at least not from certain people, people we like and care about. If everybody else can die, that's fine. But yeah, so we kind of left off with everyone on the boat, and Roberta is still chasing. I think she was on a plane last time we saw her with the nice lady that was helping her out, blocking her attacks and whatnot. So, guess we'll see what Brock is thinking. It seems like he has some kind of plan in the works, so this episode we should get to see what that is. So let's jump on into it. 3, 2, 1, play. Last time we'll be seeing this opening. I don't know if I'm truly ready for this when everything comes to an end. One way or the other. Good thing I have water. If it was up to me, we're all screwed. Just love the English in the opening. The best quality. Those eyes. Codename Paradise, status MIA. Yeah, that's definitely true. You're scaring me a little bit, Rock. Garcia, you should get an adult. uh. Nice little debate there. You know, the English dub of Death Note and Black Lagoon, the voice actors are the same between Light and Rock is really coming across as Light right now. Jeez, Revy. Rock's not the one scaring me right now. Nice little literal parallel there. Do we have to? No, thank you. Yeah, now the conversation was all that normal. We're just gonna leave? Is that what we're gonna do? He just jumped off. I guess it's had enough of all this. I think everyone's just lost it. I think that's safe to say. She is not coming, Fabiola. You wanted to swim in a swimming pool, so this should work. I guess Scissors had a little bit of fun considering how horrible the past few episodes have been for him. Yeah, never mind Rock. Who cares about him? Just make a mess. No, I didn't think that at all. Yeah. Different. Frightening. Yeah, but how much insanity is that buried under at this point? They're really going on with that hand, aren't they? That's the right attitude you need to have for Ronaper. That's not gonna happen. A good way to put it. But yeah, she's not gonna leave, I don't think. Oh, okay. She looks really pretty like that. Yeah, I definitely got that. Yeah, that was traumatizing. True enough. He's stronger than he looks, I guess. I hope you stick with that, because I don't want her to die. Gotta room you too. She really got to you, didn't she? Wow. Just drives away. Yeah, Rebby's talked about this before, but seeing it's a little bit different. Well, there goes that. No kidding. I didn't need to see that. Yeah, I definitely should keep that in mind. Yeah, I do remember that. I doubt it. Well, he can't say no after that. I had to phrase it like that. Well, I don't, because I was away for that. I guess that's all we can ask of you. She looks different. Well, so does Rock, really, but Rock's more of an internal difference. Yes, that's for sure certain. Oh, yeah, well, it's complicated. Cabadon. You really can't. Yes. uh, can't do anything about bad luck, I guess. This is his gamble. What better location, I suppose. Golden Triangle, I like the name. Sounds a bit lewd. Like, where's ours? Still haven't seen Roberta yet, so should probably make an interesting entrance. Man, Rock is just Rock has changed a lot. uh, Mr. Chang. These men are gonna be attacked, aren't they? $2:30. Like bedtime. Unusual. Yeah, you have to elaborate on that. Interesting blockade, I guess. It's a little bit weird. They're probably not graves, so... Yeah, very odd barrier. I never even considered that, but maybe. Yeah, she's totally here. I'm sure that's a sign. I guess it's just supposed to be for her letting... So it's a weird way of letting her know where they are, I guess. Because it wouldn't really stop anyone. Or maybe they're just supposed to be, like, randomly set around so she can use them as weapons when she needs to. I don't know. I'm just throwing out theories. But I don't know. Charlie... Well, I'd be more surprised if he didn't. I think we might be getting closer to her. I see someone. Someone's still alive for now. That is a face of evil right there. And she moves. Package Romeo, is that what they're calling her? Well, sucks to be that hostage. I think I just saw an ear fly off. Yeah, I was right, I guess. More efficient than binding it off, I guess. Yeah, you don't want to approach her. Looking good there, Rock. Looking very important. Maybe a bit menacing. You could not pay me enough to go on this mission. No, and that's the scariest thing about it. I think I see something. That would be her. Double upside down kill. Uh, nope, I think it's too late. That makes sense. Yeah, not gonna help you too much. The moon. Well, he's a bit tied up. Yeah, there's some serious booby traps around there. Even I could tell that. But it wasn't as frightening as today. Oh. That's the way I was going with that. Not a very good solution, though. You know, from an environmentalist standpoint. Of course it is. It's a trap. It always is. Something or someone. Or something. Well, because it's a bulletproof vest if it can't block anything. Okay, so the bullets were weapons, I gotcha. But a little bit different than how I envisioned. I guess they're just straight up ammunition. I guess that works. Very creative. Very unconventional weaponry, but I guess it works. One woman versus an army. Well, an army would be a bit much, but a squad. A few squads, whatever it is. Might want to watch it. And that's what she's counting on. uh, it's like the training exercise when you try to go under the barbed wire, kind of, except no barbed wire. And no training. Jesus. It's like a horror game, except real life. Uh, he didn't actually hit her, did she? Did he? There's no way that hit her. Okay. I shot her in the leg, but she still ran away. Yeah. Yeah, blood, she would definitely hit. But that's not gonna stop her, at least not right now. Oh, jeez, God. Ah. That is... Oh no. That finger just dangling there. Oh god, that's worse than Deku breaking his fingers in Hero Academia. And I think she, like, shook it off completely. Like, follow the blood trail. Ugh. Ugh. Roberta, you can't really get much more hurt than this, or you're not gonna make it. Terrifying. Uh, some girls are cute when they smile, some are scary. But yeah, blood loss doesn't seem to affect Roberta too much. You... Uh, uh, is she about spent? Garcia, how's she gonna react to this? Are you still upset over that? She's come out. Yeah. Don't get ahead of yourself, Light Yagami. Go where exactly? But she is right, the Roniper is taking an effect on him. There's no doubt about that. Aren't we all, Garcia? Aren't we all? She's not wrong. Good luck, Garcia. Please give us a happy ending from this. I don't expect it because I know the show, but I can hope, right? I hope so. Well, that makes one of us. Roberta saying they're all alone. Not looking good at all. His hands are up. Calm down. you were dead, you would know it. Because Mr. Chang's cool like that. They're expecting her to die here, I guess. Yeah. Yes. The golden triangle's for everyone. That's a big question here. Besides the win against Chang. Ah. He actually did it. I mean, he's wearing a bulletproof vest, though, right? Yeah, when she sees him just shoot someone, that would probably make her not want to not believe it's him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he shot him in his bulletproof vest, right? So I'm very confident. Well, they do say actions speak louder than words, but don't do anything stupid. I don't think it works that way. This is not a fantasy anime. Ah. Ah. A good question. Do you? I knew that would. I knew that would piss her off. I mean, she is, but oh, jeez. Uh, wasn't expecting that. But I guess it's one way to let someone know you're real. Uh, but uh, uh, yeah, like I said, he had a bulletproof vest. None of you are dead yet. Wow, she really did punch him pretty hard. 3 stretcher sounds about right. Ouch. Man, there's so many people pointing guns at. Oh! Ah. Like. Cambodian roulette. So yeah, I figured it was blanks, but still caught me off guard when she shot Rock. I thought she was really that pissed off. I've been punched and I've been shot, but I'd still call today a win. Nobody important died, so... This guy again. Mr. CIA. I'm guessing not good. That's not an answer. You do that. I'm sure. Money. Oh, nice. Mr. Chang, cool guy. Well, it usually doesn't. I think there's some money on the ground still. Well, that was pretty intense climax. There's a little bit there, I wasn't sure what was gonna happen, who was gonna die and who wasn't. I don't think I said a huge amount, but I was definitely thinking a huge amount during that part. Fake leg. Prosthetic leg, I guess is the technical term. Just realized the song is in English. Not the best English, but not the worst. But she's alive, that's what matters. Looking a little bit different, but alive nonetheless. Man, she got so messed up in that. But she's alive. At the end of the day, yeah, Rock chose everything that... Spirit gun. And that's the end. So that was the 5th and final Roberta's Blood Trail OVA for Black Lagoon. The episode. It started off pretty much where I left off, Fabiola and Revy having their arguments. Eventually, Revy ends up storming off, and she makes it very clear that the things that Fabiola said had gotten to her. We were treated to some flashbacks of just how horrible Revy's life was at some point in her life. So, yes, probably highlighting some differences between the two of them as far as backstories go. I think it's safe to say that Revy had to deal with some stuff that maybe Fabiola did not. But pretty much, they do have many similarities, just all it takes is some slight differences and you could pretty much branch off in two very different directions. I think is kind of what they're trying to demonstrate there. we got an interesting scene where Garcia decides he's had enough and not going to take it anymore and just jumps into the water. And, you know, in the middle of the night, because why not? Then Fabiola's like, hey, what are you doing? Just grab my hand, I'll pull you back up. And then he grabs her hand and pulls her into the water with him, which anybody could have seen coming, but Fabiola did not. Not really a good outfit for swimming, but I guess it works. She is the one that wanted to swim in a nice pool after all, if I remember correctly. And yeah, they had a nice little moonlight swim moment there. Garcia talking about how he's not going to let people push him around anymore. He's going to kind of take the initiative. And pretty much that sort of thing. Pretty much laying it down how it's going to go. He's going to help Roberta, prevent her from dying a dog's death. You know, that sort of thing. In any case, the place we ended up going to was, I guess they call it the Golden Triangle, like a border of 3 countries. A good place for criminal activities, of course. And pretty much this is where they decided to make their last stand against Roberta, who was, of course, following them. And they were just kind of skulking around at night with their fancy night vision goggles and bulletproof vests and guns and all that good stuff that they think is enough to deal with Roberta. But anyway, pretty much they eventually ran into her. They saw a bunch of weird poles sticking out of the ground. They were kind of confused about that. However, I kind of speculated that maybe they were being used for weapons for her, and that did seem to be the case. I don't think that was their only purpose, but I think it was the primary one. Because, yeah, she was able to get through bulletproof vests with that, so it was pretty good. Pretty useful. However, Roberta's still only one person, so she did take damage, and even more damage, where she was serious damage to limbs, losing fingers. It was just, my god, that scene where her finger was dangling and she shook it off. Ugh. Maybe one of the most grotesque things I've seen in the show so far. But anyway, after a lot of that, pretty much, and I was also cutting out someone's ear. That was uncalled for. After a lot of that, Garcia finally got on the communicator with her and pretty much said, "Okay, hey, Roberta, it's me. It's okay. Let's meet in this one spot." And they did, and that's where the gamble, the bet that Rock has been going on and on about. That's where it finally came up, where Garcia was the main actor for this, and essentially was using blank bullets and to do some weird ruse where he's like, hey, if you believe it won't hurt you, it won't hurt you, boom. And then, yeah, it was, I guess the gamble paid off. I'm not sure. That was extremely reckless, I would say. But since nobody died, I guess I can't complain too much about it. It did end up in the end working. Roberta didn't die. Garcia didn't die. Who else didn't die? Well, the guy that Garcia shot didn't die, of course. Initially, I thought that was because he was wearing a bulletproof vest, which, you know, that would block the bullet, obviously, but I guess it was not just because that, it was because he was firing off blanks. And he also gave Roberta a kiss, like just dived on her to kiss her, which I guess that's a good strategy if you want to prove that you're real, you're not just an illusion. You can't, that's a good way to do it. I can't argue with that. Of course, I figure that the trick to this whole thing was shooting blanks. That's not really like that wasn't really hard to guess or anything. And yet, still, that scene where Fabiola just straight up shoots a rock, even though I knew it was a blank, like in the back of my mind, in the moment I was like, oh my gosh, she just shot rock. But then I didn't see any blood, and I was like, oh wait, no, calm down. That it is a blank. She didn't actually like really shoot him or anything. But like in the moment, it definitely caught me off guard. I was like, oh my god, Rock is gonna die in the final episode. He almost made it to the end of the series. But no, he's okay. It's all good. Fabiola is just a little bit angry with him. It's understandable. He also had Revy, who was angry with him, who straight up punched him because of something he said to her. Which I figured that I knew that was going to piss her off because I know Revy well enough to know that. And that was pretty much the end of the episode. We got to see some stuff with the CIA and talking about political stuff a little bit. We got to see Roberta, what's left of her. She's obviously taken some serious wounds from that, like having to have prosthetic limbs, lost fingers. It's pretty bad. You can tell she's been through a lot throughout these past few OVAs. But she is still alive. Garcia's still alive. And pretty much, this is probably the happiest ending we were realistically going to get with this episode. So, yeah. Rock has obviously very much changed a lot throughout the course of this series. Because of Ronaper, he hung out in Twilight for a while, but apparently he decided to go out eventually. So, I guess the situation with the Tokyo girl, as Revy calls her, definitely had an effect on him in that regard. The one that initially called him out on being in Twilight. And that pretty much does it for this series. This very, very good, very dark, very cool, very action-packed series of Black Lagoon. This is an anime that I obviously heard about way before I actually watched it. but I am glad that I watched it because I think this anime is definitely one of those ones that will stick with me for a long time. I don't think I will be able to forget the show even if I wanted to. It did leave quite a bit of an impression on me, I would say, especially Ruby as a character. She's definitely unforgettable, to the least. It's probably about all I really have to say on it. I mean, I said most of my thoughts on Season 1 at the end of Season 1, said most of my thoughts on Season 2 at the end of Season 2, you know? And the OVAs, I mean, there's not really much to say on it. It was Roberta's personal struggle of revenge and Garcia trying to help her out, and just pretty much there's really not much to say on it beyond that. Aside from this, is probably some of the darkest stuff the series has had in general, really. So thank you all for watching all these videos that I've put out until now. I know it's probably been a long time since all you guys initially watched this series, but regardless, still, feel free to let me know what your thoughts on the series are, and as well as my reaction to it in the comment section below. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. My channel is full of plenty of other anime reactions if this is the first thing of mine you've watched, so feel free to take a look around if you wish to do so, and yeah, hopefully I will see you next time. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.